Hi everyone, Harry Cicma here in Times Square. We have a very special guest with us, Phil Simms, the legendary football star. There's so much going on right now in the world of NFL sports. Phil, what storylines stand out among the rest?
Oh boy, Harry, that's hard to say what really stands out. It's 2 weeks. There's so many good stories. Tampa Bay, my gosh, I think probably more than anything, everybody thinks Colts, Dallas, they'll be good. I think it was almost universal. Everybody goes, well, the Rams and the Bucs will be the two worst teams in football. So the fact that they have found a way to win 2 games is impressive. The Houston Texans winning the way they have against the 2 teams and the style, that has really stood out. And you got to go. I know people don't pay attention to the Houston Texans, but maybe this is the year they finally learn to win all those close, tough games, and they can be a serious playoff contender.
And speaking of playoff contenders, you have the Patriots and Jets, very strong programs coming out of the AFC East. The Colts and Texans also playing good ball. What teams stand out as the top contenders?
You know, Harry, they're all tough. They really are. In the AFC East, the Patriots, the Jets, and then you look down, oh, the Miami Dolphins are 2-0, and oh, wow, can they hit and get to the football? I tell you, the Dolphins could be one of the more impressive units to start a season. Now, they didn't face 2 offensive juggernauts, but it's hard not to notice them, the way they play, their style of play, and how big and how physical they are.
And you have a lot going on in the broadcast booth, but what other projects are going on for you?
Yeah, well, I'm working for FedEx, the FedEx Air and Ground program. FedEx nominates quarterbacks and running backs each week, the 3 best performers, and they let the fans go online to NFL.com/FedEx to vote to determine these winners. And the winner in each category gets $2,000 donated in his name to a local Safe Kids Coalition. That's about pedestrian safety around the schools, with school buses, children walking, children riding their bikes, and people walking. And they donate this money to help pedestrian safety. And over the last 8 years they've been doing this program, FedEx has donated over $13 million to help pedestrian safety. It's been awesome. I've been working with them for 4 years, and I appreciate you asking me and let me talk about it.
And there's so much hype surrounding New York City, New Jersey, also Connecticut, that metropolitan tri-state area in the world of high school football. I know your son played quarterback for a New Jersey team. What do you think about the metro area, and why is there so much talent coming from the New York City region?
Well, it is. It gets a little attention. It's kind of neat how it's followed. I try to follow it. I know most of the coaches, especially here in New Jersey, they coach a lot of these teams, and means a lot to them. They put a lot of time into it, and a lot of good, solid college prospects every year. Especially, I know, of course, the northern New Jersey area better, but there's a group of about 5 or 6 schools. Every one of them has at least 3 or 4 big-time college recruits coming out of every year. So it's kind of fun to watch it. It's fun to watch the rivalries, and high school football is a lot like college and the pros. It's a year-round job, and to be great at it or to have success, you've got to constantly stay with the kids in the program to get it done.
And you've played at every different level, high school, college, and of course the NFL. What advice would you give some of those young high school players trying to make it and play Division I college sports?
Well, there's a lot of advice I could give them. I think the big thing is, if you want to be a college football player, are you really sure you want to be one? And if you do, act that way. In other words, put your focus on a couple things. As Bill Parcells would say, don't try to be all in one. Just pick a couple things. Do well in school and concentrate on the skill and what's going to make you a better player. Because if you really love it, that's not work. I mean, if you really want to do this, you'll do all that extra work, lift weights, run, do whatever it takes to be a better player in the field. You'll do it because it's fun and you enjoy it. And if you don't enjoy it, Harry, it always shows up. It might not show up in high school, but it'll show up in college somewhere where it will stop you from being a good player.
And when you look back at college football, when you made it from high schools to a top program, what's the most exciting element of that you remember being a youngster making it to the next level?
Oh, geez. I can't imagine you know, you look at some of these kids, they leave New Jersey high schools and they go and play at Michigan and some of these schools, and they run out in the field and see all the fans and how big it all is. And it's pretty awesome. I was in the airport last week getting ready to head out to a game, and I see this couple and they come up and say hi to me, and they introduce themselves, and I said, Donald Brown, the running back, Red Bed Catholic, you're the father. Yes. I said, wow, great. So he was going down to watch the Giants play the Indianapolis Colts, and I go, hey, how great for you. You know, you followed your son in high school, he goes to Connecticut, does well, and now you're going to NFL games, and he gets paid to play, which is even better for the parents because they don't have to support him anymore. But, you know, just an exciting moment for them. You could see the joy in their face, and it's an experience, I think, in high school, college, and even in the pros that the whole family can enjoy.
Well, Phil Simms, thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to seeing you as the NFL season continues.
All right, Harry, thank you. Look forward to talking to you later in the year.